Well, I finally made it back to the shop after all the damn service calls this morning. And I got one more I gotta go do, but I'm waiting for them to come back with the parts. But anyways, this is this 7.5 liter engine out of the 1095 belt wagon. I wonder if it'd be easier to cut that with my knife. Cylinder head, and these are going to be, what are these? I don't remember what all I sent for parts. These are all the old I sent him a bunch of parts, but I don't remember what all I sent him. I think I sent him one piston. Yeah, I sent him one piston. Okay. And we got 40 over pistons. I don't remember what's in here either. I do. Just now thought of something that I did forget, and that's my damn, cam bearing installer. It's at home. I'm gonna have to call the wife and tell her to run that down. So these are all the connecting rods. They went through all the rods, put all new rod bushings. So all these, what's this say here? Forward plus pins. So the pins in the wrist pin should be in here somewhere in one of these. I hope. And this would be the block and the cylinder head. So I guess I need to get the blocking down. I need to call her, and I gotta get the cam bearings, and because I gotta get going on this. Okay, we're installing cam bearings. This is the first one. Where is the bushing at? Right there, so I need to keep going. Okay, how we doing there? I think we're fairly close. So let's back this off. Going to be one feed hole in it on this particular one. Should be, I need a pick or something because I can't even see it now. Take this 90-degree pick, stick in the feed hole, make sure that there's okay, the old gallery hole is lined up. Okay. So maybe I'll just start working my way back towards the back of the engine. And I just have to make sure I'm getting things lined up right. I have to look down the center of it and line it up with my eyeballs. I might need to go counterclockwise, or actually clockwise, just a skosh. Let's look at that and see how that looks. Maybe just a little bit too much. Damn it. Damn it, Jim. It looks pretty close to being centered right there. Thing is, when you're trying to expand the driver to fit the bushing, you got to be careful it doesn't spin the bushing a little bit as you're turning that to expand it. That'll really get you. Start it a little ways, make sure it didn't move. It doesn't look like it did. Looks like everything's still right where it needs to be. Which this bearing hole, there's 3 holes in these bearings. The only one that's got 2 holes is the front one that feeds from another gallery. And I mean, if you can, expand it a little bit more once you get it started. You know it ain't gonna twist in there. Okay. Maybe just a little bit more right there. We'll see how that looks. Same thing, stick a pickup in there, make sure that the feed hole is not obstructed in any way, shape, or form. Cannot be having that shit. Because big no-no when stuff like that goes on. Had that happen one time actually. Yeah, the only one that's got 2 feed holes, you know, the gallery is going to feed through here, you know, come through the here, or the main gallery from the crank probably is feeding through here is what I'm guessing. So, or no, the main gallery's right here. This is the main gallery. And then it comes up through here and then feeds up through the crank here. So I wonder what that's the thing. How many freeze plugs did those guys take off? And yeah, that's usually the case with those guys. They pull a bunch of freeze plugs out and don't say anything to anyone. Because that's the main oil gallery, I think, right there, and I don't see a freeze plug in it. And that's the main gallery for certain. I don't know, I'll have to see if there's something that goes over that or if they pulled a freeze plug out. I'm not certain. But let's get the rest of the cam bearings in it. All right, so I'm on the parts deal. I knew when I took that turns too hard. That should not be turning that hard. You should be able to just spin that thing around. I've done so many engines, I know what's right and what's wrong, and that's completely wrong. So I got the part numbers for the boxes that he sent me. And what he did is he got me I got an early serial number engine, and there's different thrust bearings and different main bearings. So let's go back. He got me the early serial number on the regular bearings, but the thrust bearing, let me look at that again. Number 13. I'll call him and say, hey man, you gotta get this shit coming now. Right fucking now. You really fucked up. We've been waiting forever to get this thing from the machine shop, and then they give us the wrong bearings. So number 13s are a set of thrust washer, well, thrust bearing, standard. So this one here says BSN. I've got a serial number of, let me look it up. $590, $529, and so this one here, number 13, standard. This is before serial number 61, so if you had a 1095 in parentheses there, so before serial number 616, 6101, after serial number 616, 101, you get this one, 877-90266. He sent me the late serial number of thrust bearings, so shit, man. Number 12, let's make sure those are right, that he didn't screw me up there. Should be the early serial number, number 12, standard. So 877-90342 set of standard main bearings, kit main bearing before serial number. That's the early serial number, so 877-90342. So he got me all these are right, but he screwed me on the thrust bearings. Dead in the water. I gotta call him. Okay, so I got the right bearing. They had the right thrust bearings. I went ahead and got those, slammed those in early this morning. And I had to go to TNS, that 821B case loader. Wouldn't move. So the way that thing works, guys, is, oh, by the way, I got the lifters in it, and I got all the cam bearings pre-lubed. Got the main bearings torqued down. Now I'm going to put this inner cover on so I can throw the cam in. Oh, what happened here, huh? I really didn't want that to go down like that, but that's what happened. Wait a second, I got her all screwed up here. That should go like that. Looks correct. One dowel stayed in the frickin' block, and it'd been nice if they both would have stayed in the same spot. That would have made things a little bit easier, but what the fuck is going on here? Did I get mixed up or something? What the hell's going on? Well, that dowel, I find kind of odd. That dowel was just in the block. Now it's in the timing filter. Get the block, or the dowel. Figure out what happened here. Huh. Kind of weird. It was in. Yeah. Okay. Miserable prick, huh? Get back in there where you belong. Ah. Not enough of made the go around, guys. Okay. That should go like this. Right here. Bam. Okay. Anyway, went to the case loader and wouldn't move. So brake pressure warning light was on. Figured out what happened is they had a hose blow on that thing, and they had to pour like 10 gallons of oil in this thing. What happened was they got it low enough on oil. Okay, those loaders, they have two nitrogen accumulators in line on the brake circuit. And what that basically is, they're using that for, is kind of like stored energy in case you lose. There's a pump that specifically runs the brakes. And just in case your pump goes out, here comes the frickin' wind. Bad thing about this old building, that wind is like a pole barn. If it gets coming out of that south too hard, it'll get right up underneath this. That's a dust devil is what that is. Big one. Wait for it to go by. Yeah, there it comes over here. Pretty good sized dust devil. Anyways, that wind will get underneath this and it'll lift that roof. So you gotta watch it. I've seen a couple of these panels lift off when the wind was blowing real hard, so I make sure I shut that south door if the wind's coming out of the south. Oh, God, what's there, another one coming over or something? What in the... Oh, it shifted directions. Now it's back over the top of the building again. Holy shit. Yeah, see the roof's coming off? It's lifting the roof off. Holy shit. Wow. That is wild. I've never seen 2 or 3 in a row just come over me, the top of me like that. And they're just hovering right over the top of me for some reason. See, now it's over the top of the building there. Holy shit. I thought the old roof was a goner. There's still shit swirling around up there in the air. Look at that. Holy shit. Yeah, now it's over there. Uh-oh, this ain't looking good, you know what? It'll take the roof right off the building. Them dust devils like that, it's like a little mini tornado. Wow, that was a different one. I'm used to the little dust devils coming around, but not like that. And then I got an engine torn down here and it's throwing dirt all in it. It's really wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, anyway, sorry about that. Didn't really foresee that coming, happening. Alright, so I got the cam in there. I got to tighten this thrust plate bolts up. There's actually an idler on these. The crank doesn't directly run the cam, so Let's see what we got to do to line up marks. So actually this mark on crank is going to be over here. And this one's going to be over here somewheres. This has got a thrust plate, thrust washer on it. Okay. Maybe something in that neighborhood there. No. Oh, there's 3 marks, so there's going to be one on the injection pump. There's going to be one on the injection pump too. This is going to be over here. There's the cam, the crank. Kind of a different setup, that's for certain. Yeah, and then the injection pump drive gear will be there. That seems like that should be about right. Yeah, that's right, because this mark's way further apart. It would never line up with these two, so we gotta look and see. Guys, I had to go back and retorque my main bearings. I don't know, I had just a mistake. I was looking at a TW25 Ford. I don't know why I had that tractor in my head, but that book is not the correct engine for that. The 7.5 liter was in the 8770 New Holland. Now I'm on the right book. So things weren't making sense to me when they were telling me 7/16 bolt here and it had 3/8 bolts. Well, anyways, here's the torque specs, the correct ones. Camshaft gear bolt. Well, they're talking about this bolt right here, which we didn't take off anyway. But camshaft gear plate bolts, 35 foot-pounds. Camshaft idler drive gear to block, 175 foot-pounds. So that looks like a maybe 15/16. No, 7/8. and 75 foot-pounds. Bam! Snap on. 175, so yeah, I had to go back and retorque the mains to 145 foot-pounds. I had torqued them to 125, that's what the TW25, so I was like, ugh, that's not good. Okay. I guess we should probably see if it turns, huh? See if the old engine will turn. No? Oh, it seems to turn really easy. So let me line my marks back up. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. Okay, so anyway, got that on. That's done. Okay. Trying to think, is there anything else? I could probably take the crane and go ahead and flip this thing right side up now, and either that, well, you know what we could do, while we got her standing on her end down here, you know what we could do, we could go ahead and get our oil pump in there. So now we have our camshaft in, we could put our oil pump in. Oh, okay, I'm getting the rods unpacked. Just gonna go ahead and set up all the rods and pistons. And flip the block. I haven't decided whether I'm just gonna flip it on its side, stick them in. I haven't decided yet. Had all these get trued up and get new rod bushings in. Anyway, let's get carried on with the Case 821 loader. So anyway, they said it wouldn't move. Got up there, low brake pressure light on. Long story short, those things have 2 nitrogen accumulators, and they're using those for kind of like if you lose your pump or hydraulic pressure, or you have a major leak somewhere that you lose oil fast. What happens is those accumulators basically act as they're storing up oil with under pressure, because your nitrogen accumulator has got pressure on one side of it, so you can safely stop the machine even without hydraulics. Well, they blew that hose the other day, and those nitrogen accumulators have been dry on the nitrogen side for years, and when they ran it so low on oil, basically this morning we just finally, we got it to where we could get oil back into the accumulators and back to the brake circuit again. But tomorrow, what I did is I pulled the Schrader valves clear out of the tops of those nitrogen accumulators, because my experience has been with nitrogen accumulators, they'll leak off a little bit over the years, but most of the time when they're really bad, you'll have oil on the nitrogen side of that accumulator, and then that means the bladder is completely shot in it. So we pulled the Schrader valves out of it this morning and started it and pushed the brakes and ran it, and it didn't even, no oil came out of that area, so pretty certain that that end of it's probably fine. So I'm trying to think, what did I do in my godforsaken mess over here? Let me get this it's the lady with the bill hook for the big baler. New Holland came in there and changed that bill hook last night when I drove by to work on the forklift. And we got to figure out, why is the bill hook breaking? I need to get a hold of her. Is this the same bill hook that broke last night, or is this on the different knotter? What the hell's going on? Anyway. So I got to go up there tomorrow and charge the nitrogen accumulators on that. I got to get down south. I got a 637 scraper that's got a bad air leak on it and has no brakes. Not a 637, a 633. Got a new 1075 bell wagon down there that I pulled the pump out of last winter. I got to go down there and put the pump in it. Let's see here. Okay, so were they nice enough to put numbers on these? Yeah, number 3. Or is that a number 3 or is that a B? What is that? Yeah, number 1 out here. Okay. Numero uno. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Piston assembly. Oh shit, the rings are already on these things. Well shit, that was pretty neat of them, huh? I can't remember where the rings are already on them, huh? I was gonna say there wasn't no liners because it's a parent bore engine. But, I'm only seeing one snap ring. Oh, the other snap ring's already in there. Man, those guys really got their shit together, you know what? They put the damn snap rings and everything in there for me. Okay. is there a front and a back? There's an arrow, and the arrow, these are 40 thousandths over, right? 0.40, and the arrow will be pointing towards the front of the engine. So now we got to figure out which way. I'm trying to remember. I'm going to have to get to the book and figure out which way the numbers, do they face the numbers on the rod end, do they face the camshaft side of the block, or do they intake side of the block, or whatever, you know. Let me figure that out. Alright, so lubricate with engine oil and assemble the connecting rod and piston with the letter or grade mark 1 on the piston aligned with to the pip 2 on the connecting rod. Okay. So what are we looking at here? So we've got what the hell, huh? There's a part number. What's a pip? What the fuck is that? Yeah, there's a mark on each side. Pip. Are they talking about this right here? See this little, is that what they're calling a pip? Well, if it ain't one thing, it's 10 others. So I'm dead in the water. I pulled the last piston out of the box. Of course, it was on the bottom. And here's our oil control ring. The rings were already on the pistons, so the shipping department got a little rough with her. Yeah, I didn't even get it put on the rod. I pulled it out of the box and set it down like that, just like that, and they fell in two on the bench here. So I just got done calling them and say, hey, you know, I need some rings bad, really bad. And here it is Friday afternoon, and I had big plans of putting this engine together, and it's gonna hang me up some more, it appears. Wonderful. So, I guess it is what it is. What are you gonna do? We want to go with the arrow. Figured out what the book, they're calling this the pip. This little notch here in the rod, that's the pip. So basically the arrow on the cylinder, and another way you can tell, I'll show you here in a second. It's okay, Josie girl. Oh, it's okay, you crazy girl. You crazy girl, you. That really sucks. I was really hoping to get this thing running this weekend, and that ain't gonna happen now. Okay. I got a big baler this evening. I need to go put a knot or a bill hook on the knotter. Then, like I said, New Holland worked on it, what, yesterday? And put a bill hook in it. Now it's broke again. So then we got to figure out, why is it breaking the bill hook? I hate it when I break a ring like that, because it's so, you get the pistons and rods in it. I can get 5 of them in maybe today or tomorrow. I'm not in as big a hurry now. I might actually just go ahead and take off and go work on that baler, so they got the baler tomorrow, because I ain't gonna be able to do shit this weekend. About the farthest I'm gonna be able to go is I could probably get the 5 of them in there, and then I could probably get this rear cover and rear seal on there and be done with that part of it. I could probably go as far as getting stuff on this end put together. I mean, I'm not going to be able to put the head on it. So, shit. Yeah. Fucking pisses me off. You know, you stick by your word and then they go and do that to you. What we got going on here? We hitting something down here? What do we got? Yeah, that's the problem right there. That's the problem with putting them in at an angle like that. Journal got turned just a little bit, causing troubles. There it is. Cool, now we can get the cylinder head on it. Maybe I can get something done, huh? That'll be good. Right on. Got new rod bolts. Got a DD13 Detroit I need to do a rebuild on. Let's see here. They're doweled, so shouldn't be able to screw this up too badly. Need to oil my bolt, the shoulder of my bolt real good. Now I gotta look up the torque for the rods again, because I don't remember from the other day.